Hello and welcome. My name's Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind the Country Chic Cottage. Let's learn how to make a notepad, and yes, this is a notepad with our Cricut machine, and customize it with a name, florals, whatever you would like on it. Now I'm going to show you how to make this notepad design in Canva, and I do have a free template for you. However, you can make whatever type of notebook you want. So feel free to alter the design, do a different shape, change up the graphics that I used, whatever you want your notebook to look like. That's the point of this video. You can make a notepad that is custom to you or to give as a gift. So first of all, let's take a look at the supplies you're going to need to make a notepad, because there is one very special supply that you are going to need, and that is padding compound. Very, very important in all of this. A lot of the other materials are kind of like whatever you would like to use. However, I do want to make sure that you get the right thing with the padding compound. And then I also want to mention, before I get into the other supplies, I will be using a Cricut machine. I am going to use the Cricut Explore 5 because I just got it and I kind of want to test it out. However, I've made this project where it will work on any Cricut machine except for the original Cricut Joy that doesn't do print and cut. Otherwise, you could make this on any Cricut machine. So let's take a look at those supplies. For this project, you will need some type of paper that you can print your notepad pages on. So I like a thicker paper, not too thick. I personally don't like regular copy paper for this. However, the paper you print on, completely up to you. I do like a thicker paper for like a backer, and I'm going to use Kraftboard for that. Now this Kraftboard you can cut with any Cricut machine, so I'm choosing it. And then of course you will need a printer, inkjet printer, to print on this, and your Cricut machine to cut it. And then once we have everything cut out, we're going to assemble it with something called padding compound. And I do like to use a disposable brush anytime I'm using any type of adhesive. That way I don't have to clean the brush, basically. So padding compound and a disposable brush. And then to make this as good as possible, once I print the pages, I'm going to put them between two boards with a couple of clamps and then apply this padding compound. That way you get the notepad really nice and tight. So I do recommend a couple of clamps and just a couple of any type of board to put this together. First of all, you'll open the Canva template. Now I made this as a Canva template so that you can personalize it. So any of the elements, you can click on them and you can alter the colors. You can even alter the colors in the floral design, and you could alter the colors of the lines as well. So feel free to customize this however you would like. And of course you could resize any of the elements if you would like as well. And then of course, if you have a different design in mind, but perhaps you like this shape, you could delete off this image and put a different image, or even delete one of the lines, add some text, and personalize with a name. So literally however you want to personalize this, you can. So I found a cute font, and you can even use the color picker to match that to the image itself. And now this looks great. This looks exactly how I want it. You're going to go ahead and click share and then download. I like to download mine as a PNG file. Now if you have the paid Canva subscription, you can download it with a transparent background. However, let's do it without it so I can walk you through the steps. In Cricut Design Space, you're going to go ahead and click on blank canvas. Then you're going to click upload, upload image, and find the image on your computer. Once you have that, you'll click continue. Now, on this screen, you will need to remove the background. You can do that just by clicking anywhere, as long as around the outside edge of your notepad, you see that the area is checked, then you're okay, and you can click apply and continue. And then it is very important that you upload this as a flat graphic, so it will do print and cut. Then you're going to go ahead and click upload. And now you have the notepad, and it is in Cricut Design Space. At this point is when I like to resize it, because I want this about 4 inches wide. So I go ahead and resize it at this point to be the size that I want. Now it will depend on what Cricut machine you have as to how big you can make your notepad. Once we have that done, we can click make. Now this is putting this on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, which is fine, but I can get 2 of these on this paper. However, Cricut Design Space doesn't think I can once I change the project copies. So I'm going to go to the second copy, and I'm going to move that to my first mat. And then on this first mat, I am going to move these around and rotate them. so that I can get 2 onto each sheet of paper that I print. So once I have that all laid out, I can go ahead and click continue, and then I can click send to printer. Now this will add the cut sensor marks as I print. For something like this where the background is a color, I do like to add the bleed because that tends to get a cleaner cut. So I'm going to leave that on, but I am going to use the system dialog box and click print. And then I do like to use best quality printing for something like this. And now I can go ahead and print as many pages as I want in my notebook. Now remember that this is 2 pages per sheet. So if I wanted, say, a 30-page notebook, I would only need to print 15 of these. Once you have those printed, you're going to add them to a mat. You just want to make sure that the arrow on the print is in the upper left-hand corner of the mat. And then just press this down well. Then you can just load your mat into whatever Cricut machine you're using. The Cricut machine will read the registration marks before it starts cutting in order to locate the cuts. Then once that's done, it will go ahead and cut each of your notepad pieces. Then once that's done, you can go ahead and remove the mat from the machine. So once you have those cut, you do want to remove them from the mat. And I do recommend flipping the mat over and peeling that mat back. Basically, you want to curl those notebook pages as little as possible. So I'm just going to carefully roll my mat back and hopefully not curl the pages very much. Then you'll be left with a stack of your notebook pages. If any of them curl, I mean, I wouldn't worry about it too much because we are going to, like I said, clamp it between a couple of boards. But if some of them are curled really badly, you can sort of curl them in the opposite direction. At this point, just get everything all cut and lined up. And you can see my cuts look really great. Adding that bleed is very important. That way, if your Cricut is just a little bit off, it still looks really great once you cut it out. So now I have my stack of notebook paper pages. Let's go ahead and cut a backer. So to cut my backer, I am going to go ahead and duplicate this. And what I want to do is change it from a print and cut to just a cut. So I will have just a cut that is the same size as my notebook pages. And what I'm going to do is cut this out of Kraftboard. So I'm going to go ahead and click make. I am going to load that material on a mat. And we're just going to cut this page right now. Click continue. Connect your Cricut machine. And then I did say I was using a Kraftboard. And so I'm going to pick Kraftboard as my material setting. We can go ahead and put that Kraftboard down onto our light grip mat. You do want to make sure it's down really well on the mat itself. Then we're just going to load this and cut. Now this Kraftboard does cut with a fine point blade. Again, any Cricut machine would work for this. So once that's done cutting, I can go ahead and remove this, remove the mat, and now we have all of our pieces to assemble the notepad. So I have my board, then the backer piece, and then all of the sheets that I did for my notepad. So with doing a shaped notepad like this, now the question comes, where do you want your padding compound? I'm gonna do mine along the left side edge. Most notepads, of course, are at the top, but when you have this shape at the top, it's going to be very difficult to actually have a notepad, especially if you wanted to like flip the pages. So I would rather have mine where I could flip the pages rather than any other way. And the second thing I'm going to say is that it's going to be easier to add the padding compound to a surface that's straight. So either the sides or the bottom in this case, but a straight surface is going to be easier. So the first thing I'm going to do is just to make sure everything is lined up exactly. And then I'm gonna put it on the edge of this board, slightly overhanging. So I want just a little bit sticking out, enough where I can brush that padding compound on. And then I'm going to add a second board to the top. So now you can see I have my boards straight over each other and my notebook is just hanging out just a little bit. So then I can add the clamps, and what I want to attempt to do is add a clamp like in this top area and in this bottom area to hold everything really nice and tightly. So I'm holding my sort of sandwich together, and then I have my clamp, and I'll just clamp it again towards the top. And you do want to leave enough space. Let me loosen that up a little bit and clamp it again so I can show you. You do want to leave enough space where you can get in there with the padding compound. So if you could angle your clamps, it might be a little bit better. Easier to get in with the padding compound. So then I can come at this bottom again at an angle. So now I'm just making sure that the clamps are nice and tight and everything is secure. And now I have that notepad secured between the two. All right, so I am using just a super small disposable cup. This stuff is fairly runny. And then again, I like a disposable brush. And I have this where I can just sort of paint this padding compound onto the side of my notebook. So I'm just applying a light to medium coat all the way down. And you do want to be sure, like, look from the side and make sure that you're gripping that backer board as well as all of your sheets. So make sure you get that top sheet as well as the bottom backer and then all the sheets in between. Now I went from where the arch starts all the way to the bottom and just applied the padding compound. And then we're gonna let the entire thing dry. It dries relatively quickly, but I do leave it in this whole setup until it dries completely. So leave the clamps, leave the boards, leave it all clamped up until it dries completely. So the moment of truth, this has dried for a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and release the clamps. And then take the notepad out of the boards. And this is actually held together great. So you can see I can flip through, it's adhered on this side, and then I could make my notes on this page and then literally just like a regular notepad, peel back that page, and I have an individual page and still have my notepad with my backer on it. So this is a great way to make custom notepads with your Cricut. Okay, so I am in love with the way this one turned out. It is super cute. I personally like this shape. I like these florals. I like my name on the bottom. I like this version. However, I did mention at the beginning, you can definitely change this up. Let your imagination run wild. I could see teacher gifts with this, you know, neighbor gifts, tons of different gifting ideas. And then if you just want a custom notepad, it is so super simple to make it yourself with your Cricut machine and that padding compound. So grab your supplies and start making your own custom notebooks today with your Cricut machine. Now I do want to encourage you to head to my YouTube channel and follow me. I have tutorials every single week and a lot of those involve a Cricut machine. So if you like Cricut crafting, you'll definitely want to follow me. And I did want to mention that I do have a free 7-day Cricut class, and I will have a sign up for it as well. So if you are struggling with your Cricut machine, you want to learn more, you like my style of teaching and want to see more of that, my free 7-day Cricut class is the place to be. So be sure to sign up for that as well. So now, if you have any questions about anything I've covered with the notepads, please drop down in the comment section, ask away. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.